They certainly got in gear. What a big-time play and a great way for them to start.
And now the offense, they've got to turn things around and figure this out because your backs are on the ground real quickly.
Yeah, usually when you're starting the game getting the ball, 0-0 is always cool. Now the second time you get it, you're already down a touchdown.
They wasted no time showing how aggressive they're going to be in this game. They get the quick score, and then they go for 2, CD.
Surf's up, partner. And when surf's up, you ride the wave. They felt great about that quick drive, put it in the end zone. Why not go for 2? They felt comfortable with the play call that they had.
And the home crowd loves it. And ultimately, he stopped right where he would have been if he had simply gone down to a knee at the 25. Here comes Matthew Stafford now to lead his offense back out there. And looking to erase his memory bank from his opening drive a moment ago that ended in a pick-6 for the first points of the ballgame.
And in my experience, a lot of quarterbacks, after throwing a pick-6, the first thing they want to do is fire another one and get those points back immediately. But what really helps you get back in sync is a good, long, methodical drive, mixing the run and the pass, tamp things down a little bit.
On 2nd and 12, Stafford. And the timing a bit off that time as that one falls to the ground.
They'll put a check mark in the box where the defense coordinator was saying, how well can we stay with these receivers if we're in man coverage? Because he just did it on that one, forced the incompletion. That allowed him to get bolder with his pass rush, won't it?
Absolutely. Frees up your guys elsewhere. Play action. Stafford. Open man right side is Cup, complete. And now look at this. Big gain, but a fumble. And this is picked up by the Dolphins. And his guys are going to get the football at their own 47-yard line. Tagovailoa and the Dolphins come up 1st and 10 on their side of midfield at the 47. Meanwhile, Tua's throws taken in by Waddle. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. 2nd and right at a yard. Here's 2nd and a yard. A play fake for Gasket. Now Tua. I'm not sure he saw the linebacker there as that's batted down and incomplete.
Quarterbacks work all the time on manipulating a defense with their eyes and their head movement. In this case, he just stared the receiver down. That allowed for excellent coverage, able to knock that.
Oh, that's into a sea of bodies, and it's intercepted. Taylor Rapp with a pick. And he's just across midfield and down at the 49-yard line. That throw, Charles, over the middle of the field, and a few too many bodies in there got picked.
That's a normal situation, too, isn't it? No matter how hard you try and spread the field sometimes, there's always going to be a traffic jam, it feels like, towards the middle. And if there's any type of a missed throw or maybe the ball's tipped or just too many bodies in the area, an interception can result.
Plays like we just saw there, that's why they're up right now. And the defense, they're doing their job.
Yeah, it starts with the guys up front. So when you talk with GMs who are putting together a team, a lot of them say, we're going to build from the inside out. Because if you control the line of scrimmage, you control the rest of the ball game. And that's what we're seeing here. They're actually playing in the offense's backfield, not necessarily just playing at the line of scrimmage.
They'll fake the give. Now Stafford steps away to his left. He's got the first down. Oh, hit. He lost the football. Stafford puts it on the ground. And this is picked up by the Dolphins.
Whenever I see a team turn it over on back-to-back drives, fumbles on their last 2, I know one person's blood pressure who is starting to rise, and that's the head coach.
Absolutely. And when's it going to go down? When they stop fumbling?
When they stop fumbling and after he's assessed the game film, and only if they manage to win the game.
And he gets us to the other side of midfield across the 45 before going out. The last drive, remember, similar situation. He forced the ball into coverage through the pick. He learned better there.
Yeah, similar to a golfer that's confronted with a shot that you just can't make. Sometimes you have to take your medicine, as they say, right? Just pull it down, take off, and go. Don't make something worse than what it was.
powering his way forward. Shedding the tackler, and it gives him some room. And he's taken down, but not before reaching the 10-yard line. A big play there on the keeper.
Now, those are the ones that hurt defensively. You do everything right. Excellent pressure, good coverage downfield, and then he slips out the back door and turns it into a nice gain.
They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And he's going to bowl his way into the end zone for the Dolphins score. Myles Gaskin, a 10-yard touchdown run. And the Dolphins add on to their lead. Early on, they have all facets of the game working in tandem.
Yeah, you get the defensive touchdown early and give you the first score, and then your offense piggybacks on top of that and gets their own. And any coach we've ever talked to, we've had that conversation prior to the game. They would say, you know, if we can score on defense or special teams, that gives like a 95% chance of winning the game. I don't know if that number's correct, but it certainly does tend to play out that way, doesn't it?
It does. And the conversion good. He's got it. So the lead swells to 16-0. I think we're sensing a trend here. 2 first-half touchdowns. After going for 2 after the first score, CD, I thought maybe they would kick the PAT here. No, they get 2 more.
No, they decided to really press the advantage because, remember, getting the 2 after the first score, you've already got the other team back on their heels if they're going to mount a comeback. But to go up 2 scores and 2 two-point conversions, you've really got them thinking on the other sideline.
Now after the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Sanders. Oh, the return is Powell. And they're going to start this drive in pretty good shape as they get it up past the 30. L.A. readies for its next possession. And last time the turnover on the fumble, and they were in enemy territory, so that had to be very frustrating. Down on the scoreboard here, can't do it again.
You nailed every part of what was frustrating. Down on the scoreboard, had a drive going, had pushed it past the 50-yard line, so they felt like they were in striking distance, and to come away with nothing.
And now this is intercepted. My goodness. Picked off by Eric Rowe. But a huge return as he'll take this one all the way down inside the 30-yard line.
I'm not sure, Brandon, we've seen a sloppier game this year for a team on offense. Turn it over 4 times and expect to win? No chance whatsoever. And look, I have no idea what the ratio is about turnover 4 times and how that correlates to winning or losing, but I'll guarantee you, it's not.
Oh, he was looking for Parker, but it's intercepted. Picked off at the 23. There he goes, left side.
I need to get my swag right now.
And he will bring it back. It's an interception return for a Rams touchdown. Well, dare I say it, it's kind of quid pro quo. Both defenses now with an interception return for a touchdown.
Your vocabulary, sir. Well done.
Matt Gay on for the extra point. Oh, and now they're going to fake it. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. And this is picked up by the Dolphins.
That's all you got.
40, 20, 10, 5. And can you believe this? It's 2 points the other way on the fumble return. Boy, a little panic here early. A first quarter onside kick. Oh, did the Rams get it? Yes. L.A. football. The first quarter onside kick recovered. We like these, though. They keep us on our toes up here in the booth.
No doubt about that. You know that file that we tend to keep that says traditional, conventional? Those get torn up in a big way on that one, didn't they?
Absolutely. But, hey, it works. That'll be caught by Cup. And he'll go out of bounds after taking it a little further down inside the 40. Just a yard to go here on second down. Off the fake to Akers, here's Stafford. He gets this into the hands of Cup once again. And he gets it down a yard or 2 shy of the 30 before he's out of bounds. Okay, so now the question, how did he get that wide open?
Well, we both know that he shouldn't, because from the time they handed out scouting reports before this game, He was circled, starred, everything. Find him, cover him. But
nowhere to go here. He lost the football. But it looked like a Rams player was able to get his hands on it, yes. So they will hold on to the football indeed. Second time in this game, Charles, the ball has squirted out from his hands. Luckily, his teammate was there to pounce on it.
You're right. Got the lucky bounce, able to retain possession. You know, we often talk about the combine and why do we measure quarterbacks' hands. Is that really a big deal?
And a loose football. And this is picked up by the Dolphins. And the return. This time, we'll go out to the 42-yard line.
Well, my friend, this has certainly been a comedy of errors here in the first quarter. Neither side able to really hang on to the ball.
Yeah, now I'm just curious to see which team can adjust because both have made their mistakes, as you said.
Yeah, and whoever can do that can seize firm control of this game, something they haven't done with the ball so far.
He's going to loft one deep left side here. And at the 7-yard line, the catch is made. And it's a big play there as he is finally taken down on what will be a terrific final act of this first quarter. We are in for a good one as we're through one on EA Sports. Off a play action. Tagovailoa to a hit, and the ball is out. And now the Rams have got it, going the other way. He's at the 50, the 30, 10.
Showtime, baby.
And they are going to score on the fumble return. Touchdown, L.A. How about that for a momentum swing? You had it goal to go. Not only do you cough it up, but they pick it up and return it all the way for a touchdown.
And now you have to give oxygen to the entire team because what a letdown that was. Terrific drive. Looked like you're going to get points. Instead, the other team registers them on the scoreboard.
Extra point by Gay is up and good. And this is back to a 5-point game. Taken from about the 12. And able to get this across the 20, but not much further as he's dropped at the 23-yard line. First down Miami as they get set to start the drive.
And in just about every game we see, partner, what do we do when we look at the stat sheet? We go right to
the turnover differential.
Without a doubt, because when we see that.
And it's a fumble. And now the Rams have got it going the other way. And his guys are going to take over at the 34-yard line.
So after that sequence, if we're watching both teams' defenses, didn't it feel like a revolving door? One's on, they think they're off for a while. The other has to come on, they think they're on for a while. Then they're off, here comes the other one. Just kept turning the ball over. They've got to cut that out.
Following the fumble recovery, Stafford. He'll get this one to Cup, complete. And hit behind the line. He lost the football. It's loose. Now a loose football. The ball comes out. Picked up by the Dolphins. And now 3 drives, 3 fumbles.
What's amazing about it is when we go around and watch practices, how many times do we see them put that sleeve over a football now to make it more slippery and hard to handle? It's almost like they're playing with that sleeve on the ball right now.
Oh, and Tua going to be intercepted for the 3rd time. And now a fumble. The ball's out. And the Dolphins will have solid field position here as they take over at their 45-yard line.
Call it luck or skill, whatever the case is. They're feeling good about just keeping the football there.
Yeah, the biggest thing that they're calling it now, our ball. They don't care if it was luck or skill. Boy, the panic that jumps up in your chest.
To a hit, and the ball is out. And now the Rams have got it, going the other way.
It's not exactly round and round we go, but I'm looking at the poor defenses. Right, back-to-back possessions, the ball's turned over.
Back-to-back plays.
I mean, just that quickly, and you think you're going to the bench to get a little break, and all of a sudden you're hearing sudden change. Get back out there, grabbing your helmets and running back out on the field. I don't think it's going to affect them much now, but if this keeps up, you're going to have 2 very angry defenses. You want the offense to take care of the ball.
Throwing again on 2nd and 10. Stafford, nowhere to go here. He lost the football. And this is picked up by the Dolphins. Possession is theirs at their own 43-yard line. He already had the 1 fumble loss, so now 2 fumbles lost here in this first half.
Not setting the pace the way that you want it done. I mean, here in the first half, already twice the ball's come out and hit the turf. Got to find a way to take care of it. Otherwise, they may have to start thinking about maybe someone different at that position.
Following the fumble recovery, here's Tua. Throw left side here, complete to the tight end, Gesicki. And this one's going to go the wrong way. Losing yardage back at the 42. He was unable to shake free there, and they'll cover him for a loss of a yard. To throw again on 2nd down. Tua, flush to his right. And he'll be out of bounds just shy of the 40.
Man, defensively, that hurts. They got him out of his rhythm. They had him hemmed in, but somehow he was able to tuck it away and get away for a gain.
Tua now on 1st down. That's going to be caught by Waddle. And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30.
But it appears that they read man defense and went to the out route, and what you have to do on that one is the receiver's got to make sure he works the defender towards the middle of the field to give himself space to cut to the outside and have that ball delivered with good timing, and they got it done.
Stopped at the 24-yard line after a gain of 5.
So many times we talk about having good eye discipline when you're playing defense, making sure your eyes are in the proper place on a given play. Looks like that discipline came to the front there, didn't it? They were able to hold him for a short gain when he took off running.
From the 24. And they're going to get him. He's sagged back around the 28. Leonard Floyd, the old Georgia Bulldog, finding his way into the backfield. The Rams go nickel here defensively on 3rd. Now Tua. Escaping the pressure right. Tua hit, and the ball is out. And now the Rams have got it, going the other way. And they take possession of the football and have it at their 36-yard line.
Well, partner, they went empty set there. No backs in the backfield. All receivers out in the pattern. And in this situation, you know what the quarterback has to do? Act as his own blitz control.
Yeah, he's got nobody else there to protect him.
No one else there to protect, which means he's got to get rid of the football and absorb the hit, but not go down and fumble the ball.
It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3.
And there we saw one of the downsides of blitzing during a rundown, because sometimes you get out of your gaps. You don't fit the run quite as well because you're headed towards the ball carrier with abandon.
And we've hit the 2-minute mark in this first half of action. reminder, coming up in a couple of minutes' time, we'll pay a visit to Jonathan Coachman, the coach in our EA Sports studios. And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. So now Stafford and the Rams after the sack, and they're staring up at a 3rd and long. And this one is incomplete.
Coverage was awfully tight there on 3rd down. They actually closed off all the passing lanes, forcing the incompletion and bringing up 4th down.
So on 4th down, here's Johnny Hecker to punt it away. But how about this, a fake? And this is caught.
Yeah, it's on.
The fake punt works to absolute perfection. And the Rams have taken the lead. That certainly went against the traditional ways of playing football, but who cares? Look at the result. Big touchdown.
They went for it on their own side of the 50. So there's conservative, there's aggressive, and there's really aggressive, which is what we just saw there. Tip of the cap to them.
Extra point by Gay is up and good. And the lead is now 2. After the touchdown, it's Gay to kick this one away. Taken at the 15, a short kick. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here right at the 30-yard line. Getting set to go again on offense. Here's Devontae Parker now. A chance maybe here for them to get him more involved. They're down here on the scoreboard, and he's been very quiet.
And the silence has been deafening for his team. They don't need that at all. They need fireworks. They need explosive plays. They need him touching the football in any way possible. Maybe go to some jet sweeps.
And now look at this. Big gain, but a fumble. But this will get out of bounds, so possession will stay the same. You can almost see inside his face mask there the look of relief. He coughed it up, but it goes out of bounds. They keep it.
Someone carrying around the lucky horseshoe, aren't they? If I were him, I'd go out and play the lottery after that one. A very fortunate man.
And they're operating in plus territory here. They're thinking points. Definitely don't want to lose the football at this juncture.
Boy, how about the speed with which this offense can get down the field? It's taking them no time at all to get down here. And now they're set up with a 1st and goal.
Throwing now is Tagovailoa. To the goal line, but it's incomplete.
Receiver coaches preach to their guys all the time. Separation, that's what's going to make the play successful. That time there was very little, and I think they were actually fortunate that it was only knocked away and not intercepted.
2nd down and goal. Tua. Touchdown! Jalen Waddle. A 5-yard touchdown. And the Dolphins are going to jump back in front. That could be an important swing right there. A touchdown in the final minute of the half to take the lead.
And I like the point you just made there. Could be an important swing because now that they have the lead, if they can...
And he's going to be taken down. It's a sack. And they fail on the try for 2. The 3rd time wasn't a charm. They got the first 2 two-point tries. Still have the lead, but couldn't get the 3rd.
Okay, so they didn't get this one, but I have to ask you, what matchup are they seeing that they feel that confident to go for 2 so often?
Yeah, we talk about this a lot, but it has to be something, you're right, that they saw all week, correct?
Definitely game planned for it. Felt good about being aggressive and going for it. And right up until that one, they had gotten 2 for 2.
On 1st down, Stafford here. And for the 3rd time here in this half, it's intercepted. Picked off by Eric Rowe. And the Dolphins are going to take over at their own 30-yard line.
And that's now the 2nd time he's picked off a pass here in the first half alone. Again, another great read defensively. And you just see him get in the right position to make the play and get his guys the football back.
And for the 4th time tonight, it's an interception. Taylor Rapp with a pick. And he's able to get it back to the 33-yard line.
Certainly feels like the classic second guess, but let's be honest about it. They had a chance going to halftime with the lead. Why did they take a chance with a throw there? I don't understand that.
Well, that's what I'm wondering. And now this defense has to try to protect that lead going into the locker room. And out of bounds all the way down at the 3. A big connection on that one. 30 yards.
Oftentimes now offenses aren't nearly as precise as days gone by. They just tell receivers find an open patch of grass and let the court.
And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Los Angeles. Cam Akers, a 3-yard touchdown run. And the Rams on just 2 plays have taken the lead. Extra point by Gay is up and good. And that gives them a 3-point lead. Boy, I guess they're going to keep trying to put the pedal to the metal here. They're going to try an onside kick. And this one travels out of bounds. So unsuccessful there on the onside kick try.
And that drives coaches insane, doesn't it? When they see that happen, it just doesn't feel right, does it? Plus, you're giving up yardage.
Here's Tagovailoa on 1st and 10. To a hit, and the ball is out.
A lot of bad news on that play for them, wasn't there? Lost the football, lost a lot of yardage, but I think the good news outweighs it. Able to retain possession. That was big for them.
So we've reached halftime in and now due to apparent time constraints, we fast forward to the beginning of the second half. Gay now set to kick it off. Taken from about the 12. And out a little across the 25 to the 27. Tua Tagovailoa in the offense heading back out. Any surprise in your mind he's out there to start the second half after 4 first-half interceptions?
He used to be surprised by a lot of things, partner, but in this case I'm not, because you know they want him to be their guy. And the only way to truly establish that is to give him a chance to work through some of the issues he had in the first half.
I think you'd agree that looked like the right call from up here.
No doubt about it. What everyone has to understand is that the officials are going to be right on the play each and every time. You may not like the call, but they're usually spot on.
On 1st down, Tagovailoa eluding the pressure right. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. And the ball is going to wind up out of bounds, so they will lose yardage, but they'll keep the football.
I don't know about you, but I could hear and feel the sigh of relief all the way up here in our booth.
That was palpable. The sideline, the friend there.
No doubt about it. Ball goes over the sideline, able to retain possession, no turnover. I know his coaches are screaming, just hang on to the ball, man. That's a nice catch there. Remember, he had the fumble earlier. No way he was giving up the ball in that situation. Secured it tight to his body and picks up the first down.
They fake the handoff. Now Tua escapes the sack. But in the end, the pressure too great, and he goes down. Pass protection has been a problem all night long as they come up facing second and a bundle. Now a nice throw here right side. He hauls it in. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. For the Dolphins. What a game it's been for this duo.
They remind me of a good comedy team. They know how to play off of each other so well. No matter how one riffs, the other's right there to pick them up, and they are shredding them in this ball game.
So the big play means just like that, they'll operate from the red zone now on 1st down. Tagovailoa working out of the gun. And he fires one incomplete.
Had an open man that time, but ended up putting a little too much heat on it, don't you think, partner?
Absolutely. Just needed a touch more air under it. Instead, he fired an absolute bullet. Well, thanks for joining us here on a Thursday night in the NFL. Third quarter, 2nd and 10 coming up. Right back to Waddle, and this time he's got it. Touchdown, Dolphins! Jalen Waddle, his 2nd touchdown of the night. And the Dolphins are once again going to retake the lead.
I know we often laugh, and sometimes we even exalt the guys who are great trash talkers and give us some really funny lines. But the bottom line is absolute production on the field. His 2nd touchdown of the game, and they lead.
And now they'll be looking to their defense to preserve that lead. And around the goal line, especially on 2-point tries, sometimes the QB's best friend is that big target, the tight end.
I love how you described it, because you know he's going to have some length and some catch radius, as well as a big body to keep people away from the football.
Here's Powell on the return. And a decent return out to the 27-yard line. Set to begin their next drive, the Rams offense at the line. And they'll be working from behind now following the touchdown a moment ago on the opening drive of the half.
I think the guys right now, as they go out on offense, they're zeroing in on one big key. They don't have to do anything differently just because they're down on the scoreboard now. The intent, still the same in what they plan to do on offense.
Off of play action, here's Stafford. Rolling to his right. Quick hitter here, it's complete. And down he goes, but he takes it up to the 40.
Looked like the defense put pretty good pressure on him, but he's able to flush out to his right to try and evade people. On the run, had to get on his horse. Still accurately throws a nice pass for a first down.
1st and 10, and they've got 3 tight ends out there. A jumbo package look. Now Stafford. A quick pass to Cup. And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35.
I'll tell you what, a lot of those mid-range throws have been available because sometimes teams get too concerned about the deep ball and they leave too much space in front of them. And these guys have been taking advantage so far.
Stafford's throw here hauled in by Cup. Touchdown, L.A. Cooper Kupp, 37 yards. And the Rams have answered back with a third-quarter touchdown of their own to retake the lead. And a nice job by him to catch the slant and then navigate and break free.
And receivers love slant routes because it gets the ball in their hands so quickly and oftentimes on the move. When they're on the move like that, then they get to use their best asset, which is usually their speed.
And their speed sometimes, like this instance, can take them into the end zone. So they make the decision. They want a 3-point lead versus a 2-point lead, and they got it.
Yeah, at this stage of the game, it seems like the exact right thing to do. Put a little pressure on your defense, but the biggest thing now is you're making the other team chase you.
And this one travels out of bounds, so unsuccessful there on the onside kick try. So they will accept the penalty and move forward. Setting to throw on first down is Tua. And his throw here is incomplete.
It's a tried and true formula, and I don't think it'll change for as long as we play football. If someone's trying to throw the ball and you can put pressure on them and make it tough, that's only going to help your defense.
Yeah, he's since being hurried. He got rid of it before taking the hit, but incomplete. Now a quick slant as the throw's complete.
Oh, bring it, baby, bring it.
Jalen Waddle, 48 yards. And the Dolphins have retaken a third-quarter lead.
And that third counter there gives them the lead, and it's obvious they've needed everything that he's given them today. The 3 touchdowns, that's impressive, but without him, they're not winning this game.
Now Brian Flores going to lead the offense out there to go for 2. Tua going to try and throw for it. And that is caught for the 2 points. And, of course, on the 2-point try, had the option to run or pass. They pass it there, and it works.
Felt pretty straightforward, didn't it? An open receiver, ball's put on him, 2 points for them.
Now after the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Sanders. Very short kick taken right at the 20. And they're going to start this drive in pretty good shape up past the 30. Get a look at this offense led by Cooper Kupp as they make their way back onto the field. And I know that they've double-teamed him a couple times, but not a ton. Whatever they're doing isn't working. He's up over 100 yards. We'll see how they adjust.
And when they do that,
And for the fourth time tonight, it's an interception. Picked off at the 39. And he's able to get it back to the 33-yard line. Well, he had to fit that into a pretty tight window over the middle. And, Charles, I think they were in zone defensively, weren't they?
They certainly were. Nice read on your part. And sometimes the quarterback isn't fooled between zone and man. Sometimes just fooled by the type of zone that he sees. Because oftentimes, those linebackers will vacate and run downfield with receivers. In this case, he played a pure zone and was in the wrong spot for the QB.
A big play there for the Dolphins. Going to the air, Tagovailoa. That is caught by Waddle. Touchdown, Miami. 2 yards on the touchdown there. And thanks to the interception, the Dolphins offense cashes in with 6. They'll look to throw. And it'll be intercepted. Picked off by the all-pro linebacker. It's Von Miller. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
well, as most teams do in their two-point attempt, they pass the ball. Instead, it gets intercepted. And remember, if you pick it off, you get a chance to take it all the way back, get 2 points yourself, right?
Yeah, not the case there, but that's why you got to be really careful with those throws, especially to the outside. Yeah, they'll be set up pretty nicely here as they have it up to the 35-yard line. L.A. set to take over again on offense. And last time wasn't pretty. One play and an interception. We'll see if they can do better.
I want to see if they want to go ahead and throw the ball again now on this drive after what happened on the last one. Throw it on the first play. Give the quarterback some confidence.
See what happens. 3 yards the gain there, second down. He's been quiet today in the passing game, just his second catch.
Yeah, and people have to come up with schemes to limit him. And what a lot of teams do, they'll double him, use a linebacker underneath, a safety over the top. Sometimes they'll just take a corner, maybe their third corner if he's a bigger guy, and put him on a man-to-man to try and limit his touches. Just keep mixing it up, give him different angles, different looks, like a good boxer does.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on third down. Forced out to his left. And my goodness, another. And the ball is out. Jones got hit and lost it. So they escape, so to speak, maintaining the football. Defensively, though, opportunity miss.
It definitely was, because that's all defenses talk about, getting the football and either advance.
And now here is another interception. Picked off at the 49. And they'll set up shop right near midfield at the 49-yard line. What a nightmarish game he's having now. 6 interceptions that he has thrown.
Absolutely unbelievable, isn't it? Hard to believe we're watching this and have seen it, but it just tells you about the game of football. It giveth and it taketh away.
Yeah, the guys, though, that have thrown 6 interceptions in a game, the likes of Peyton Manning, Brett Favre, I think Joe Namath, he did it 3 times. And he gets it inside the 35 and just...
And now we get into the psychology of the whole thing, because a lot of teams with a 2-score lead in the third quarter, they almost become defensive with their offense, just playing not to lose. I think with this team, you got to figure at this point, this is a great spot for them to go into attack mode, really try and put the hammer down and finish.
And my goodness, another interception. Picked off by Ernest Jones. And the Rams are going to get the football back as time will run out in this third quarter of play. 1 quarter remains here in this Thursday night matchup. We'll return with more after this. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Set to begin their next drive, the Rams offense at the line. Try to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. And the return here will go to the 31-yard line. The number 7 usually lucky here. Not for him. 7 picks he's thrown in this game. That's only happened 6 times since 1960.
And I know that the most recent time it happened, the guy who threw him, he won a Heisman Trophy in college, so sometimes you just have a lousy game.
And it's intercepted at the goal line. Taylor Rapp with a pick. And the Rams are right back in this football game. Yes, folks, that is his 3rd interception, and I'm going to use one of the most overused phrases in football. He's a ball-hawking safety.
I love the way that you called for the shot there. That's perfect, though, because there is something to that. Being a safety often allows you freedom to roam around a defense, maybe not a specific assignment. Today, his assignment, find the football, and he's done so quite well. We'll definitely see some open running lanes, and he's taking advantage of it right now, but that shouldn't be a surprise. Defense has the lead. They're playing for the pass first.
Stafford on first down. He's got the hook up to Odell Beckham. Little razzle-dazzle by OBJ. And he'll be out of bounds, but able to get it up past the 45.
This possession means so much for them. They've got to focus on this drive and find a way to make this a one-possession game.
Yes.
Got to get a score.
Yeah, so good with a field goal. Don't necessarily need a touchdown. On 1st and 10, Stafford rolling to his left. And that is caught on the right sideline, but out of bounds, says the line judge. The throw took him a little too far at 2nd down.
Another throw there off the mark, and obviously he's battled all of the interceptions. Things just haven't been true to form for him. I don't know. What do you think's going on out there, CD?
That's a great...
Oh, a hit. He lost the football. Stafford puts it on the ground. And this is picked up by the Dolphins. And it's a terrific return here as he's going to have him set up with a 1st and goal right at about the 6-yard line.
Brandon, that's the 3rd time he's fumbled so far in this game. And, you know, you can make excuses for each and every one of them. But the bottom line is he's got to take care of it better. And now that he's shown a propensity for fumbling it, just think about what the defenders are trying to do.
Yeah, well, guys hate one. And it's intercepted at the goal line. Good positioning, and it's picked off. And now nothing but green ahead of him.
You thought you had it, didn't you?
And he will bring it back. It's an interception return for a Rams touchdown. So this defense doubling its pleasure there. Remember, they had the fumble return for a score earlier in the game, and now this time an interception return for another score. It's a run with Akers. And he will get into the end zone as a 2-point conversion is successful. And the lead is down to a field goal here in the 4th. So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick 6. And now the kick is away. Fielded right around the 8. But he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line. Miami set to take over. And now this 4th quarter becoming very interesting. That pick 6 makes this a 1-score game. Still plenty of time on the clock. We'll see how aggressive they choose to be.
It's over. It's over. It's
All the
over.
way in for a Miami touchdown. Jalen Waddle, 74 yards. And the Dolphins are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead. They'll try and throw for it. Toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete. So unable to throw it in for 2 from the 2. Let me ask you, as a former DB, what changes there around the goal line on a 2-point conversion as far as how you're defending it?
You just make sure you never back up and you never retreat. You establish yourself really on the line of scrimmage, put your heels on the goal line at worst. And if they're going to throw the ball, make them throw it over your head because they're going to run out of space because of the back of the end zone. Never let a guy catch one in front of you.
Here's the Los Angeles offense as they get set to take possession. And a fumble last time. Ball security. Talk about it all the time in the National Football League. They've got to be better at it on this drive.
Don't you think that when every team gets together for the first time, I don't care if it's OTAs, mini camps, first day of camp in the regular season, ball security comes up about, what, the second sentence of the coach's address?
And those are so many drills focus on that.
All the time, and they do drills to make it even tougher to simulate game situations. Doesn't always work out, though.
Three tight ends in the ball game here on 1st and 10. Stafford going to give this to Akers.
And they're going to stop him right at the line of scrimmage. Just no cutback lane to be found whatsoever. 2nd and 10. Looked like he was trying to bounce it outside, but no success.
Yeah, sometimes you got to just figure out where you're going to go, and sometimes you just have to take it to another spot. In trying to get it outside, the defensive pursuit was there and just ran him down.
Stafford being chased out left. Yeah, he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. Late in the game, defense trying to avoid a big play. He's able to work out of the passing game, turn it into a run, pick up the first, and stop the clock as well.
And you know, in this situation, everything is sped up. The intensity, the thinking, everyone's movements. But for a quarterback, he has to continue to be what we call a flatliner. Level in everything he does and read the clock, feel it in the pocket, and go at the appropriate time. They've given up a few first downs on this drive, but getting the incompletion there, that should give them something to build on and maybe turn the tide.
After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10.
And this throw incomplete. Well, the defender all over him that time, and it's going to lead to 3rd down. An important play right here, 3rd and 10.
And I would expect pressure here.
Throwing on 3rd down, Stafford. And now another one thrown incomplete.
You got to give some credit there, able to hop up in the air and bat that one away. And that's frustrating for an offensive lineman because the only recourse is when he goes in the air to try and give some type of a pop or a shove, hoping to bring his arms down.
And they're indeed going to go for it here on 4th down. So trailing here in the last quarter, let's see how this plays out. Man open, it's Kupp. He's got it. Uh-oh, touchdown, LA!
Cooper Kupp with his 2nd touchdown of the night. And the Rams have made it a one-score game again here in the 4th.
Gay is on for the point after. Oh, and now they're going to fake it. Oh, no, he lost the football. And this is picked up by the Dolphins. He's at the 40.
Oh, you got to feel it, baby.
Past the 20. And can you believe this? It's 2 points the other way on the fumble return. And the Dolphins are going to recover. The 4th quarter, they felt like they needed the football back. Unfortunately, they couldn't get it.
And I know we've brought analytics into the game, and someone has said here that the data says that when a team's expecting an onside kick, 80% of the time, the team expecting it, they do actually recover the ball, which is what we saw here. I just wonder if that number...
And the Rams got him. They bring him down.
Aaron Donald bringing the pressure yet again. That's his 3rd sack here tonight. Boy, that's tough, Charles. First play of the drive, you're hoping to stay ahead of schedule. You take that huge sack, and now you're facing 2nd and a mile.
And the entire time, you were probably thinking the same thing I was. Either get rid of the ball, safely, of course, or go down. The yardage he gave up on that play, that's going to be tough for them to make up.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. He's going to loft one deep left side here. And look at this. They get the turnover they needed. It's intercepted.
Taylor Rapp with a pick.
So it's Rams football here as we get you reset. Set to begin their next drive. The Rams offense at the line. Higbee secures it over the middle. And they're going to get this beyond the 40 before he's taken down.
And here we are in the fourth quarter, partner, and watch them drive for what would be a go-ahead touchdown. And you and I both know this is where you need a quarterback who can keep his cool back there. Not just for himself, but to keep the rest of it.
And now here is another interception. Picked up by Xavier Howard. And he is not quite going to make it all the way in. They'll mark him down right about the 1-yard line. Well, that puts a little bit of a wrinkle in their comeback bid.
Yeah, everything had turned around for them, hadn't it? I mean, things were now going their way. But you did mention it's a wrinkle in their comeback bid. It's not the death knell for them by any stretch.
And he will take it in for a Dolphins touchdown. Myles Gaskin punching it in from a yard away. And the Dolphins use the short field to their advantage as they cash in for 6. From the gun, it's Tua. And this one's caught. And their fourth quarter lead grows by a couple more. And the formula there on the two-point try, they go 5 wide. Not even the option to hand the ball off. They got it.
They tried to create space, and there isn't a whole lot of it there. For the defense, what you're trying to do is make sure that if they're going to catch the ball, make them catch it behind you because they run out of space with the back line. But in this case, the offense figured it out.
Now on the return, oh no, the ball is loose. And this is picked up by the Dolphins. And they're going to be set up in the red zone right around the 17-yard line.
So problems compounding themselves here on the return. They just give up the touchdown, and now they lose the football.
Yeah, partner, things are starting to unravel a little bit for them right in front of our eyes. They're going to be looking for some answers, and quickly.
And he'll take this into the end zone for a Dolphins touchdown. Myles Gaskin from 17 yards out. And the Dolphins tack on another score as they have dominated this fourth quarter. They're going to keep it on the ground. And he gets halfway there, down to the 1-yard line. Defensively, certainly not fooled there. Play started at the 2, and he was tackled at the 2.
That has to feel good for them. Not happy about having given up the touchdown, but stopping the 2-point conversion gives them a little bit of a lift as they head to the bench.
Oh, the return is Powell.
Powell with him, and a loose football. And this is picked up by the Dolphins. And they're going to be set up in the red zone at the 15.
Oftentimes when we talk about piling on in any subject, it's a negative. In this case, for this team, it's a real positive. Just scored. Now they go down, knock the ball free, get it back. They got a chance to really increase their lead and put themselves in the driver's seat.
On the other side, a little insult added. And he will take it in for a Dolphins touchdown. Myles Gaskin, a 15-yard touchdown run. And the Dolphins are able to grow their lead.
Well, there's just about a minute left in this game, and they're still taking it to the end zone. And you know they could have taken a knee there, but they decided to play this one all the way out. And I think their philosophy is, we're going to give you everything we've got. If we just go ahead and take a knee now, we're actually showing you disrespect now.
And he's going to go down. Can't get rid of it. So a sack on a 2-point try.
I know we could sit up here and dance around it a little bit, but going for 2 in this situation, somebody doesn't like someone else. There's no doubt in my mind.
Well, what they couldn't see is you lean back in your chair and you went, I mean, yeah, that's not a good decision. They didn't get it, though. Now with him and a loose football. And this is picked up by the Dolphins. And that one is his second fumble loss. Not a good look out of your return man.
And not only does he hurt the momentum for his team or even change momentum of the game, but now they've got a decision to make on his own sideline. Does he continue to do that? Do you keep him in that role, or do you bring someone else in at this time?
That's to Waddle on the quick slant.
And they are going to score again. Yet another touchdown as they just add to their totals.
And to me, that touchdown allows you to start grinning widely on your sideline. I think they pretty much locked this one away.
Yeah, that's the clincher, the proverbial icing on the cake, if you will. And this is going to be caught. So add 2 more to the lead as they continue to pour it on here in the fourth.
Personally, I'd rather see him kick the extra point there than to go for 2, but it almost feels like there's a story within the story here. I mean, this isn't college. You know, size of victory, that matters in those games. Here, all you have to do is win by 1 point. That's all that you need. Instead, they go for it, get 2. You got some pretty ticked off folks on the other sideline now.
And he's going to be out of bounds. Here's the run back. We'll leave him shy of the 20-yard line. And the LA offense ready for this next possession.
They are just obviously getting shellacked here in this one, Charles. What's the message if you're a coach for this final drive in a lopsided game like this?
For a lot of coaches.
Yeah. And my goodness, another interception. Picked off by Eric Rowe. And they will finally get him, but not until he's all the way down inside the 15-yard line. CD, this defense, man, at this rate, they're just having fun out there right now.
And normally with this type of a lead, if you're a starter on defense, you're saying, hey, let the other guys play. But with this going on, no one wants to come out of the game. They all want their shot at picking up.
And now here is another and he fumbled it. It's on the ground. And that might just cement it. A return for a late touchdown. And that's got to be so disappointing for a defense. You force the fumble, think you got a chance at a turnover, and instead, not only do you give up the football, you also give up a touchdown as well.
Yeah, you just think to yourself, you've done all the hard work, right? You forced the fumble, but when they didn't come up with it, I think they relaxed a little bit or maybe lost their focus as well, and it ended up turning out to be a touchdown against them.
Should have been picked. Probably doesn't matter on a 2-point conversion, but still, as a former DB, you want to grab that ball when you can, don't you?
You certainly do, and don't say it, because I know you're thinking it. Don't say it.
What am I thinking?
You know what I know what you're thinking. Well, if he'd had hands, he'd be...
That one hit, and a loose football. So a teammate picking him up there, that was nearly disaster.
And the way that you coach these things, you want to make sure you have eyes towards the return guy because you want to make sure that the catch is secured. A lot of teams do that. They have at least one guy. Okay, you're responsible for making sure he secures the catch. He's not always the one that makes the recovery, but he can always sound out the alarm. Hey, ball's on the ground. We've got to get it back.
Big offensive explosion helped leading them to victory, and the defensive guys